Today we speak about the spiritual sword of light of the warrior, of the spiritual warrior, which is the topic that we went through last week. And what is a katana or a sword of light that we need to have in our life? It is actually our tool that we can use in all the battles of our self-development, of our spiritual way of living and our life in general. It's as a first element of this weapon that we have, we need to have a soul mission. We need to have an ideal. So find something for which we have to fight in life. That of course has the purpose of helping others. So find the reason for which we are on the planet Earth, to find our Ikigai, to find our reason for being. And that is the first things, because that is always something that keeps us on the right path, on the right direction, and also explains everything in us when something or a lot of things in our life are happening. If we keep that clear, we don't lose the direction. We are always on the path. We know that's the real way to reach the happiness in life, which is what of course we all want. Being in a company of a good daimon, which in Greek of course would be using the word eudaimonia. Happiness, eudaimonia, means being in the company of a good daimon. So being in the company of the good spirit that is next to us, even if then we need to understand that there is not just one spirit next to us, there are thousands of allies, an army of allies that are always helping us. So when we have an ideal, we are able to fight, and we understand that no matter what happens in our life, we need to be able to do our little part, our small part in our life to help others, because by doing that, then we are able, of course, to be happy ourselves. A sword of light, katana, the sword of the warrior, is the one also that is able to cut through attachments, to cut through cords that sometimes connect us and bind us in our life with situations, patterns, people. And then the second element is to understand that all the situations that are coming into our life and also the people are images that our soul create in order for us to understand something, to evolve into something, because without those challenges, without those images, we wouldn't be able to evolve. So we need to understand that they are not external happenings. The fact of having always friends around us, family members around us that, for example, that don't support us, that are against us, or there are specific things always happening, specific patterns. These are images, because our soul speaks through images. The spirit speaks through images, because these are clear things that have been created by the need of our soul for us to see clearly what we cannot see, to see clearly what is invisible to the soul sometimes, what the soul has to learn to be able to become a warrior, to be able to have this sword of light and come and go through a situation and sort it out. And this is an important recognition, an important element, because when we find justification, when we find a reason for something, which is an element, for example, that happens when we have the ego involved, that try to say, try to find a cause for an event and a happening. We simply just accept that happening, and we put it aside. So we say, this is happening to me because of that, because of these people, because of this situation. And so in a certain way, the aspect of the warrior is set aside, is set in peace. And this cannot happen, because without going through something, which also means, of course, going through a wound, going through a pain, through a grief, through a wound that we have then, of course, the opportunity to repair. This is the only way to solve some emotional imbalances, to learn some lessons that we need to learn in life. Because if we keep saying, I am like that because I had parents that were behaving in a specific way, for example, and so we put the fault, the baggage of the situation on someone else, on an external conditions, without understanding that all these happenings have come to us for us to be able to take out this sword of light and go through that element, to have this active element inside us, which is just a small example. Because once you go through a battle and another one and the other one and another one, then you are ready to fight for the big battle of your soul mission. Which means that all the daily happenings are just simple and small example. They're just like a field of exercise. Because when you are in that moment, that you understand that the only things in your life would be to realize your soul mission, to help other people in all the variety of ways that can happen, then your sword is there. Then your sword is ready. And you already have the attitude of the fighter. You have the attitude of the warrior that is able to go through everything because it's for the purpose of the universe, for the purpose of helping the universe. And then, of course, as a return, the universe will help you and will support you through this mission.